Hello friends, welcome to Learner's Planet. Friends, this is our second session for trigonometry. In the previous session, we have discussed the six trigonometric ratio, the relationship among them in conversion of one trigonometric function ratio to other trigonometric ratio. We discussed sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, sec theta, cosec theta, cot theta. We discussed the three basic relationships: sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1 plus cot square theta is cosec square theta, and 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. Right? We discussed some problems based on how to calculate like sine 120 degree, cos 150 degree. That is the angle beyond 90 degree. Okay. So in this session, we'll be taking problems based on trigonometry. So let's begin this session, and I'm sure you are having your paper and pen with you so you can practice with me, right? So let's begin. Now here the very simple question: if tan theta is 3 by 4, then theta is an angle in the quadrant. Now tan theta is 3 by 4, that means it is a positive quantity. Now last time I've discussed a circle with you, that is first, second, third and fourth quadrant, all, sugar, tea, coffee, right? So in first quadrant and third quadrant, in first quadrant all of them are positive, all the six trigonometric ratio. In third quadrant, tan and cot are positive. That means tan theta gives a positive value in the first quadrant and third quadrant, right? So if you are conceptually not clear, you will be ending mark up this thing. But tan theta is positive in two quadrants. In the other two it is negative, but in these two it's positive. So it's first and third. Okay. Now this question, if p sine theta is equal to q, then which of the following is true? That means sine theta is actually what? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. That means q by p. So this is perpendicular, this is hypotenuse. That means base will be, according to Pythagoras theorem, p square minus q square, right? Now we have to find out which one of them is correct. I write over here, perpendicular is q and hypotenuse is p. Now it's very easy. See, in this case, if I find out tan theta, that means sine theta by cos theta, that will be p upon root of q square minus p square. Now according to us, what is tan theta? That is perpendicular by base. So perpendicular is q and base is p square minus q square. So perpendicular by this, in this case it's not correct. Tan theta, the value of tan theta is coming wrong. P upon root of q square minus p square. But according to us, tan theta is q upon root of p square minus q square, right? So here if we see p by q, tan theta is this, so that's also incorrect. So here you can see sine theta by cos theta, that is tan theta is equal to q upon root of p square minus q square, right? So q upon, that is perpendicular by base, so q upon p square minus q square, that's tan theta. So that's coming over here, right? If you take cos theta over here, this will go over here. So tan theta is q upon root of p square minus q square. So easily you can say. Okay, I hope you are clear. Sometimes friends, what you can do to save time, you can assume the values of p and q, right? You just take a standard right angle triangle, that's 3, 4 and 5. So this is 3, this is 4 and this is 5, right? So over here sine theta is what? 3 by 5. Cos theta is what? 4 by 5. And tan theta is what? 3 by 4. This is a standard right angle triangle, right? After that you can put up the value over here to get the value and see which one of them is correct, right? P square minus q square, here p square minus q square is nothing but the base, that's 4, and q is what? 3. This is actually q, this is p and this is, sorry, this is p and this is what? Root of this p square minus q square, right? Now you quickly put the value over here, this option will be satisfied. That's tan theta is equal to q upon root of p square minus q square, that's 3 by 4, right? So this way you can do calculation faster, save some time. Now in this question we have to put up the value of sine 135, cos 120, sine 120 and tan 150, right? All of them are in second quadrant. So sine is positive, cos and tan will be negative, but since squares are there, all the terms will be positive. Now how do we calculate sine 135? Quickly, sine 90 plus 45, that's cos 45. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So square of that will be 1 by 2, right? Plus cos 120 is cos 90 plus 30, that's minus sine 30. So sine 30 is actually half, so this is minus half. Okay, so square of that will be 1 by 4. Minus sine 120, that's sine 90 plus 30, so that's cos 30. Cos 30 is actually root 3 by 2, so square of that will be 3 by 4. Plus tan 150 is tan 90 plus 60, that's cot 60. Cot 60 is 1 by root 3, right? Minus of 1 by root 3, if we square, that's 1 by 3. So this is 3 by 4 positive and cancelled. So finally we are left with 1 upon 3. So if you know the conversion of one trigonometric ratio to other, then quickly you'll be able to solve this problem. It won't take more than 30 seconds of yours. Okay. Now here cos 35 into cos 55 is equal to, obviously you cannot calculate the value of 35 and 55. We know 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 only, right? So among the option we can see this. So we have discussed that cos 90 minus theta is actually sin theta. So see, the 35 can be written as 90 minus 55. So cos 90 minus 55 will be sin 55. This is actually cos 35. So cos 35 is sin 55, and cos 55, that can be written as 90 minus 35. So cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. So that's sin 35. So cos 35 can be written as sin 55 and cos 55 can be written as sin 35. So this is correct, right? After some practice, don't write all this. Not at all required. Quickly you can do it. Cos 35 is sin 55, cos 55 is sin 35, right? Sin 40 is cos 50, cos 40 is sin 50, as simple as that, right? The sums should be 90. Okay, so 35 and 55, the sum is 90. 55 and 35, the sum is 90, right? So bit practice is required. After that, it's just matter of 10 seconds. I hope you are getting me. Now this problem, simplifying this will be result to, once again simple, sin x, tan 90 minus x will be cot x, and cot x is actually cos x by sin x, right? So this is actually, if I take LCM, it is cos square a plus sin square x. So cos square x plus sin square x by cos x. So that's 1 upon cos x, and 1 upon cos x is actually sec x, right? Simple problem can be done in just 15 to 20 seconds. Now in this case, if this expression is 16, then the value of cos a. Now let's see. Tan a is actually sin a by cos a. So if I write sin a by cos a, what I'll be getting? Cos square a by sin square a, right? Cos square a by sin square a. So cos square a by sin square a is what? Cot square a, and that's actually 16. Okay, that means tan square a is 1 by 16. That means tan a is 1 by 4, right? Now in a right angle triangle, if we see, this is perpendicular, this is base, so this must be hypotenuse, that's root 17. Now if you wish to find out cos a will be what? Base by hypotenuse. So 4 by root 17, as simple as that. Okay. Now friends, here I would like to share a concept with you. Be careful about it. Just listen to me carefully. See, if tan square is 1 by 16, tan a will be 1 by 4, or tan a can be minus 1 by 4 as well, right? So in that case, what will happen? This tan theta will be negative, right? So if tan theta will be negative, cos theta will also be negative, right? May or may not be negative, right? So if tan theta is positive or tan theta is negative, we will be getting two values for cos theta or cos A, right? So if there are two values of cos A, so we cannot be sure of which would be the correct answer. Getting my point? which would be the correct answer? The value of cos A will be 4 by root 17 or minus 4 by root 17, both of them. See, these are length only, that is unit 4 and root 17, right? But we have to consider this sign also. So if we consider, then what would happen? Cos A will be, if this A, because in that case what is happening, A is not in first or third quadrant, A is in second or fourth quadrant, right? So if A is in second quadrant, cos A will also be negative, so that's minus 4 by root 17, okay? Or if A is the first quadrant like this, then cos A will be positive, so that's 4 by root 17. So we have two possible values of A, that's 4 by root 17 and minus 4 by root 17, right? So if you know this concept, then you will mark this answer. If you directly do it without thinking, just 10 square is 1 by 16 and 10 is 1 by 4, then you'll ending up marking this answer, but that won't be wrong. Okay, so your correct answer is actually cannot be found out because you have two values of cos A, that's 4 by root 17 and minus 4 by root 17. If it is given that A is in the first quadrant or A is in the second quadrant, then you can clearly mark the value. So if this expression is not given over here, so A may be in first quadrant, A may be in second quadrant, A may be in third or fourth quadrant. Okay, so finally you cannot find out the answer. I'm sure you are getting me, and this is actually very important. Now let's try this question. Here in right angle triangle ABC, angle C is 90 degree, then simplification of this expression. See, angle C is 90 degree, that means A plus B should also be 90 degree because it is a triangle. So we can resume with A and we can substitute B with 90 minus A, right? So sec square A plus sec square 90 minus A. Now sec 90 minus A, that we have already discussed, that is cosec square A, right? This is sec. So that's cosec square A, right? So this is actually sec square A plus cosec square A. Now sec square is what? 1 upon cos square A. Cosec square is what? 1 upon sin square A. If you take LCM, sin square A plus cos square A, that would be 1. So finally 1 upon sin A cos A, right? So that is actually 1 upon sin A. If it comes out of the square root, because we actually having square root all of there. So if it comes out, it will be 1 upon sin A and 1 upon cos A. So 1 upon sin A is cosec A and 1 upon cos A is sec A. So finally it is sec A cosec A. But we don't have option like this in sec and cosec. So cosec A can be written as sec, I write it over here, sec A cosec A. Cosec A can be written as sec 90 minus A. So 90 minus A is for the B. So sec A, sec B. Okay. I hope you are clear. Now friends, you must be wondering that while taking out of the square root, cos square A and sin square A, I have taken sin A and cos A. Why I have not taken any of them as negative as I have done in the previous question? See here in this case, it is given that it is a right angle triangle, right? So right angle triangle, that means A and B, both of them are less than 90 degree. That means A and B, both of them are in first quadrant, right? So if it is a first quadrant, then sine and cos and tan, all of them will be positive. So no need to take the term after square root as negative. Okay, but in this case it is not mentioned that they are talking about a triangle. Okay, so that's why we have to consider both the cases. Definitely I have used a triangle to find out the value of this cos and sine from the given this expression, but the thing is that is used to find out the Pythagoras theorem is used to find out the three units, that is perpendicular, base and hypotenuse, the length of them, right? But angle may lie any other quadrant also, maybe second or maybe third or maybe fourth, right? I hope you are getting the difference between the two. Now this question, tan square theta plus cot square theta minus this expression, we have to find out the value. See, if you look at the option, you are getting constant value or a not possible, right? So instead of going for simplification of this expression, what you can do, you can assume any value of theta, right? If it is whatever the value which is coming, if it is true for one value, it will be true for all the values, right? So suppose for simplicity, I take theta as 45 degree, because tan 45 will be 1 and cot 45 will be 1. So tan square 45, that's 1, cot square 45, 1. Sec 45 is root 2, so sec square 45 will be 2. Similarly, cosec 45 is root 2, so cosec square 45 will be 2. So right, it's 2 minus 4, that's minus 2. Okay, as simple as that. You can choose other values as well. Suppose you choose theta as 30 degree. So tan 30 degree is 1 by root 3. So square will be 1 by 3. Cot 30 degree is root 3. So cot square theta will be 3. Then sec 30 degree, cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So sec 30 will be 2 by root 3. So square will be 4 by 3. And cosec 30 degree, sin 30 is 1 by 2. So cosec 30 will be 2. So this 4, square will be 4. So 3 plus 1 by 3, so that's 9 plus 1, 10 by 3 minus 16 by 3. So 16 minus 10 minus 6 by 3 minus 2 further, right? So for simplicity, just put up the value of theta as 45 degree, because tan 45, cot 45, both of them are 1, right? So in a single step, just you have to write this much only. You'll be getting the answer, right? I have cross-verified it for you, but it's not necessary. For your satisfaction only I have done this. Otherwise, till here, it's okay. Now this one, very simple. Sin 29, it is sec 61. So sec 61 is actually 1 upon cos 61. So this is sin 29 by cos 61 plus cos 61 by sin 29. Now 29 and 61, the sum is 90. That means cos 61 is nothing but sin 29. So sin 29 by sin 29 is 1. Similarly, 61 and 21, 90. So cos 61 is nothing but sin 29. So this is 1, this is 1, 1 plus 1, 2, as simple as that. Okay. Now this problem, we have to find out the value of theta, and it is given that it is an acute angle. That means theta lies in the first quadrant. That means its value is between 0 to 90. Okay. Now see, there are two ways of doing this problem. Either you choose the values from the option, or else what you can do, see here, it's 90 is already discarded, right? Because cos 90 will be 0. So the entire term will be 0 by 0. So it's wrong. After 30, 69, 45 you can put up. Even 45 will not be the correct choice, because we want the 3 in the numerator. So that is possible from 30 and 60 only. Okay. So even 45 is incorrect, right? So suppose I choose 60. Now cos 60 is what? Cos 60 is 1 by this 1 by 2. So it's 1 by 4. Cot 60 is 1 by root 3. So cot square 60 degree will be 1 by 3 minus this is 1 by 4. Now let's see whether we get a 3 or not. So this is 4 minus 3, that's 1 by 12. So 1 by 4 by 1 by 12. So that's 3. That means 60 degrees is the correct choice. Okay. So this answer you have got. Or otherwise what you can do, cot square theta is actually cos square theta by sin square theta. So if I take LCM, I'll be writing sin square theta over here, and this sin square theta will go up. Okay. Now if I take cos square theta as common, so what will happen? Cos square theta into sin square theta, and if I take cos square theta as common, I'll be getting 1 minus sin square theta, right? So cos square theta and cos square theta is cancelled. So sin square theta upon 1 minus sin square theta. So 1 minus sin square theta is cos square theta. So it is sin square theta by cos square theta, that's tan square theta. And that's 3. So tan theta is equal to root 3. That means theta is 60 degree. Okay. So this way also you can go. Okay, interconversion should be very fast. We have used sin square theta plus cos square theta as 1 over here, right? To save time, you should be like very fast in the conversion of one ratio to another, right? If you are clear, then it's a matter of just 30 to 40 seconds, not more than that. Now this question, here sine 4a cos x square a plus cos 4a sec square a is 1. We have to find out the value. So sine 4a into cos x square. See, if we take up sine square a, if we break up of sine 4a as sine square a and sine square a, then sine square a into cos x square a will be 1, as sine a into cos x is 1, so we are left with sine square a only. Similarly over here, cos 4a is actually cos square a into cos square a, so 1 cos square a into sec square a will be 1, so we are left with only cos square a, and sine square a plus cos square a doesn't depend, this expression is not dependent upon the value of a. In any case, whatever the value of a, sine square a plus cos square a will be 1, right? Matter of 15 seconds. Now in this case, sec theta is equal to cosec theta. We have to find out the value of theta from the options. See, sec theta is equal to cosec theta. Sec theta is 1 upon cos theta. Cosec theta is 1 upon sin theta. That means sin theta is equal to cos theta. So it happens only when theta is equal to 45 degree, right? So theta is 45 degree. Now in this case, in which quadrant does theta lie if cos theta is minus 5 by 11? That means cos is negative. So if we draw the circle, it's all sugar, tea, coffee, right? Cos theta is negative in second and third quadrant, right? So second or third, right? Now this question, tan A is 3 by 4, A is less than pi by 2. I draw this. This is 3, then this is 4, then this must be 5. This is perpendicular, base and hypotenuse, right? So sine A will be what? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. I put up the value of sine A. So that's 3 by 5 plus 4. Cos A will be what? 4 into 5, right? So 9 by 5 plus 16 by 5, that is 25 by 5, that means 5, as simple as that. Okay, and it is already given that A is less than pi by 2, that means the values will be positive, no need to worry. I hope you are clear. Now this one, sine A 21 by 29, A pi by 2 to pi, that means second quadrant. Be careful, second quadrant, cos and tan, both of them will be negative, right? So first of all, we have to find out the value of the third side. So it's 21, this 29. So it's 841, 441, that means this is 400, that means this is 20, right? So sec A will be what? Up this reciprocal of cos A. Cos A is 20 by 29, so sec A will be 29 by 20. But since A is lying in the second quadrant, it has to be negative, right? Similarly, tan A is what? Perpendicular by base, so 21 by 20. Okay, but since A is like in the second quadrant, it will also be negative, right? So 29 and 21, that's 50 by 20. So that's minus 5 by 2. Okay, be careful about this. A lies in second quadrant. I hope you are getting the concepts. Now let's do this. Solve. Sin 60 root 3 by 2, cos square 45, cos 45 is 1 by root 2, so cos square 45 is 1 by 2, minus cot 30 is root 3, and cos 90 is 0, so that's finish. So that's root 3 minus root 3, 0. Okay. Now this case, sine of an angle to its cosine is this. That means we assume this angle to be theta. So sine theta by cos theta is actually tan theta. Ratio of sine by cos is 10, right? So that's 4 by 9 is to 1. So if we simplify that, 9 fours are 36 plus 4, 40 by 9 is to 1. So that's 40 by 9. Okay. So if we draw the triangle, this is 40, this is 9, that means this must be 41. Okay, so cosec theta, theta will be this only. Sin theta is actually what? 40 by 41, so cosec theta must be 41 by 40. So 41 by 40, right? Now this case, here tan theta is given, I have to find out cos theta. Now for simplicity, what you can do, you can assume any comfortable value of m, right? So suppose I choose m as 2. See, don't try to choose 0 and 1 because that will lead to like the calculation which is not correct once for all, right? So just try to choose 2. Now if I put m as 2, so tan theta, what I'll be getting? 2 plus 1, 3, 3 2s are 6, 2s are 12. And this is 5, right? Now this is 12, this is 5, that means this must be 13. Okay, theta is this angle. So cos theta will be what? 5 by 13, right? So that's 5 is 2m plus 1. Let's see this. And whether we get 13 or not if I put m as 2. So 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, plus 4, 12, and 1, 13. As simple as that. Okay, so if you don't want to play with the variables, just take a comfortable value of the variables. I'm sure you are getting me. Now this problem, here we have to find out the value of theta, right? So instead of solving it, just try to put up the values from the options. First of all, discard 90 because sine 90 is 1. So this value may be 2, but in this case it will be 0. So discard this. Now sine 45 and cos 45, both of them are equal. So 45 cannot be the value, right? Now let's try for 60, 30, 75. Generally it's rare case. Let's see if it is not satisfied with 60 and 30, then we'll move for 75. So suppose I take 60, so sine 60 degrees root 3 by 2, so sine square 60 degree will be 3 by 4, and this is 3. Cos 60 degree is 1 by 2, so that's 3 by 2, 3 by 2, that means 60 degree is the correct choice. No need to worry. Now let's try this question. Here sine 3a minus b is 1 and cos 2a plus b is 1 by 2. We have to find out the least possible values of a and b. Now let's try. We can go by option. That would be rather easier for us. Say if a is 45 degree and b is 0. If I try this, if a is 45, then it will be cos 90 plus 0. That's cos 90. So cos 90 is actually 0. So we cannot get half. So this is incorrect, right? Because the value of b or a is not satisfied over here. Suppose I take a as 30 and b as 0, then what? Cos 2a will be 60 plus 0, that means cos 60 and cos 60 is half. Okay, so this is satisfied over here. Now let's satisfy it over here also. So sine 3a, that means 90 minus 0, that's 1. So sine 90 is 1. So this is satisfied in both the cases, right? So this will be the correct choice. Do not try to solve the equation. That will be a tedious process and time consuming as well. And one more important thing over here, that a cannot be more than 30. That means a cannot, among the options, a cannot be more than 30 because see, if we take a as more than 30, that means 60 among the options I'm just talking about. If we take a as 60, then this value will be beyond 90 degree, right? In that case, cos 90, cos more than 90, that will be negative, but the value is positive over here. So among the options, you would clearly discard this. Okay, so precisely we are left with this. So then we have just verified with that. So this is precisely the correct answer. Friends, I'll be taking more problems on trigonometry in next session. Do revise this session and the previous one. Bye-bye.